So suppose you have a variable a that stores a value of 10, and also you have a variable b that stores a value of 20. Nothing complicated so far, right? And now your task is to swap between the values of these two variables. And you may think to use some assignment statements that on one hand they may seem to be pretty much okay, something like that, a equals to b and then b equals to a. But you can see what happens behind the scenes. So let's take a look at this whole process once again. Let's just undo these last two operations. And there you go, now we can see it once again. So in the first line where we say a equals to b, a gets the value of b. This means that a has a value of 20 as well as b also has its own value of 20. So at this point both of the variables hold a value of 20. And the next line of code is actually useless because a already does not hold the value of 10. The value of 10 is, at this point, it's lost. So if we write the second line of code where b equals to a, we just get the same 20. So in this way we can say that the swap operation has totally failed. And to solve this problem we may use a similar approach to the one we used in our previous example. So for us to swap between these two variables we will use additional variable that will help us with our task. We will call this variable as we called it previously. We will call it temp and it will be of the same type as the variables a and b, and in this case it's integer. And this temp variable will actually help us here, just like it helped us in the previous example with the shoes and the swap in general. So before we do any swap operation, let's first of all print the values of variable a and variable b to the screen. This way, once we are done using our swap operation, we can see on our little console application the results, the actual values of variable a and b before the swap and after the swap, just to make sure that everything was okay. And now all that remains is simply to use the similar approach that we've seen in the swap general explanation, and basically to say that temp will get the value of a. So temp equals to a, and there you go, you can see that 10 is now stored also in variable temp. And then you just write a equals to b, and then the variable a gets the value of b, and then you write b equals to temp, and the 10, the value of 10, goes from box temp to variable b. And now we can say that we are finished with our swap operation. We can see that variable a contains the value of 20 and variable b contains the value of 10, which is exactly as expected. And what we also would like to do is simply to print the values to the screen to make sure that our work has succeeded. So we will just use printf a equals to %d and print the value of variable a after the swap operation. And we will do also the same for variable b, so just printf b equals to %d and just print the b value to the screen. So this way you can make sure that all the operation, that you can see the values before the swap printed to the screen and also after the swap printed to the screen. So there shouldn't be any mistakes here, right guys? But there are also maybe times when the interviewer will tell you to implement this swap operation thing without using a third variable, without using this temp box. And that's actually also possible in many ways, as a matter of fact, but I'll leave it for another video, so let me know if you would like me to create a dedicated video just for this topic, how to perform a swap operation between two variables without using a third variable. I'm tired after this swap thing. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.